Garten of Banban, I'm sure you have all heard of it. A horror game releasing in 2023 by the Euphoric Brothers that swept the internet and became an overnight sensation. But for all the wrong reasons. Bare bones gameplay, uninspired recycled concepts, and a merch button on the main menu of their first game. While sure, I don't think it's Banban's fault entirely, the release of this game marked something that a lot of people were fearing. The death of mascot horror! In case you don't know what mascot horror is, it's a horror subgenre where mascots of a company or place that are seemingly happy and friendly on the surface are secretly evil and stuff. Mascot horror games usually focus on nostalgic memories or concepts and then attempts to twist them and turn it into something more sinister. Usually robotic bears, demons, or big blue things. Now Banban had all the standard platitudes. Abandoned children's establishment. The souls of the damned and innocent bystanders alike turned into freaky monsters. With a touch of super big bad corporation pulling the strings. People were starting to get tired, and Banban here unapologetically doubled down on all of those tiresome tropes. Now, I don't think it's a problem with mascot horror itself. There are certainly some games that I feel are the exception and will hopefully guide the new generation, but the final nail in the coffin was the fact that this series had garnered a genuine fan base. A series that on the surface had done nothing to distinguish itself in any way other than just copying what had come before it. Like I mentioned earlier, there was a merch button on the main menu of the establishment of the franchise and a paid sequel already in the works. It just came across as a low quality product created for the sole purpose of making a quick buck, especially when someone else is able to recreate said product in a week with next to no game development experience and have the end result be much higher quality. It's okay if you like it though, we all have different opinions, but that's exactly what got me thinking. If people like it, then there has to be something here. Right? The past few years I have heard countless people bashing on Banban, giving the developers all sorts of grief, but me personally, I knew nothing about the series beyond a few nonsensical names like Jumbo Josh and Opila Bird. So I decided to change that, because you probably shouldn't knock things until you try it. I bought and played every single Garten of Banban game to see if it was truly as bad as the rumors said. Is it pure slop, the tipping point for mascot horror as a genre? Or was it just released during the wrong time, at the height of people being fed up with mascot horror in general? Real quick though, before we begin, I need to mention two things. This won't be a super in-depth Garten of Banban lore video. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I know everything there is to know about these guys, so please set your expectations accordingly, as I will be focusing on the games more at face value than the gameplay itself. Don't go to the comments saying, "Aw dude, Kuava forgot to mention that Glorp Glorp Shithead is actually related to Captain Fiddles." Just I don't care. And secondly, don't send any hate to the Euphoric Brothers or anyone else mentioned in this video. But with all that said, let's dive right into the first game, which is one of two free games of the series, the rest of them cost money. In this first entry, as well as every game to come, basically, we play as a parent who has to go looking for their missing child, who was apparently last seen at the Garten of Banban place, the kindergarten. Don't worry, I'm sure we'll eventually learn more about our main character in later installments, right? Straight away, something you'll notice is that this game loves plastering images of their many characters on the wall and having them say motivational things. Eat your vegetables, be kind, share your pancreas. I'm just bringing this up because this will be a very consistent theme throughout the video, and it makes sense. We're at a kindergarten, you want the mascot your children look up to be sharing positive messages. Behind the front desk sits a blue keycard. We grab it and head on through to find our first essential tool of the Banban experience, the drone, which in my opinion is probably one of the worst parts about the Banban series as a whole. Essentially, you can left click a position, and the drone will slowly make its way over to said marked position. However, the drone gets stuck on basically everything, and it takes forever to do anything with, and it's just really dumb. The drone is used almost exclusively for pressing these giant red buttons, which will appear throughout the game. So of course we open the first door, and behind it sits Bird up. We use the same blue keycard as before to turn on the lights in this giant playroom thing. In the corner, however, sits the bird from mere moments ago. This is the first member of the Banban crew that we are introduced to, Opila Bird. And despite her not being on the front cover of this game, she will be our main antagonist for this game. For now though, she is sat over there and not over here, so we're good. To progress, we need to find and collect a bunch of eggs that are scattered all around the play area, as well as find and press some buttons which enable some other buttons that we can then use our drone on. That's one thing you'll notice about the Banban series. A lot of the time they'll make you press a button, which all that button does is enable another button that you then have to press anyways. It's dumb. I don't have much else to say there. After we've collected all of said eggs, we need to deposit them into Euphoric Bird's mouth, I guess. We get a hammer, we use said hammer to tear down these planks next to Euphoric Bird. I'm pretty sure it's mentioned in a later game, I'm gonna bring it up here though. This giant chasm apparently used to be a ball pit, but the ball pit collapsed and fell into a big hole. Is this Banban's equivalent to the Bite of 87? We must ride across this ski lift thing to the other side of the chasm, where we have a puzzle we must solve. We must match the Banban character to their primary color, which again is probably one of the better puzzles in this series. I mean, this whole time we've been wandering around and they've been all over the walls, so it's basically the game's way of asking, hey, have you been paying attention to what color Stinger Flynn is? No. I mean, I was, but most people probably not. After completing this puzzle, Euphoric Bird is on the way, in what might be the least intimidating fucking sequence I've ever seen, but I have to respect it. What other horror game has their main antagonist approach you on a ski lift? To escape, we have to, get this, slam our drone into another button, which will cause this twisty-turny platform to emerge from the wall, which we conveniently use to make our grand escape. From what I've seen, almost every person who has played this game immediately makes their way to the doorway to exit. But no, the game puts an invisible wall there, making it impossible to escape. So what do? Obviously, you have to push the emergency stop button, which causes Euphoric Bird to break her neck. Sorry about that. We press a button which permits us to press another button with the drone again, which causes the floor to open up, and an elevator rises from the depths. We descend down into the pitch black, and whoa, it's Jumbo Josh! He climbs up and pulls the lift down that we're on, and we die. And that's the end of Garten of Banban 1. A fairly short experience, averaging around 20 minutes to complete in its entirety. Yeah, it took me 40 minutes, but I was just messing around. It wasn't some insane genre-defining game or anything, but for free, it was fine. Even if I do think it's fairly obvious its main reason for existing is selling these games and merch to kids. I mean, again, there is a merchandise button on the main menu of the first entry in its series. However, my main issues with this series as a whole mostly begins with... Before we continue and move on to the rest of the Banbans, something I do want to talk about is the absurd amount of official ports they have for the first Garten of Banban game. You can play the first Garten of Banban game in Roblox, Minecraft, Fortnite, and even on MetaQuest. Yes, there is Banban VR, not to mention every major console that you could possibly think of. Out of curiosity, I wanted to try the Fortnite version, and it's about what you would expect. A slightly worse version of Banban, and I mean, the first thing you see is a game pass that enables you to sprint for 100 V-Bucks, and without it, you walk really slow. Obviously, I was not going to pay real-world money to sprint in a Garten of Banban Fortnite port, so after a quick look around, I decided to have a look at the unofficial Banban roleplay games on Fortnite. You know, to see what the Garten of Banban fans are capable of. No offense, but I don't really see the resemblance. I think this is meant to be the Euphoric Bird room. I also checked out the Roblox version, and quite honestly, it was slightly better than the actual release. It's good if you ignore the absolutely insane game passes and user-generated content. 145 Robux for drone customization, 500 Robux for infinite revives, because I think you have to pay Robux to revive like every other shitty Roblox horror game. And they even decided to monetize how garbage the drone is. You can purchase something that makes the drone go at a decent speed. You hear that, kids? If you want your essential gameplay mechanic to work, you gotta give us money first. I find it funny that they charge for this sort of thing on Roblox, because realistically, a lot of kids might not have access to Steam and a computer, but you know where they can play their favorite Garten of Banban game? On Roblox, so they just pump it full of game passes that are just ridiculously overpriced. Ignoring all that though, the port from a gameplay level is fine and actually improved upon in some areas. But now, with that out of the way, I did something that I very much regret. As I was double checking the release dates for some other Banban games in the series, I stumbled across this. Like I mentioned earlier, there is an official Garten of Banban virtual reality game, but I didn't own a VR headset. So what did I do? Most normal people would ignore it. It's just Garten of Banban 1 in VR. I've spent $600 on a VR headset so I could play Garten of Banban in VR. What am I doing?
Don't mind me. I'm just the dentist. Let me have a look in. Oh, I can see your eyes. Don't worry, I know how to fix this. Open wide. This is just routine procedure. Oh no. Where is it? Oh, let me. Oh, I'm on the. Oh, you see this, oh pillow bird? This is what happens if you mess with me. Oh. Yeah, that's what you get. I want to play with the whole bird. With the whole bird? I'm not afraid of you. Yeah, what are you gonna do, huh? I got a kick. Oh, you're so lucky I can't throw that. Okay, this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough. Okay. Oh, I need to grab the key card. Oh, that was tense. But I beat it. Oh, don't let it touch the ground. Don't let it touch the ground. Do I have to make this jump? Nope. Okay. To be fair, the keycard tapping is pretty satisfying in VR. I will give it that. Can you move, please? This isn't your moment. Bye-bye. Now, which side is he showing up on? I think it's this side. It is this side, right? I'm not looking at the wrong side. I can touch him. I can. Oh, hello. Hello, my beautiful boy. Whoa, where the fuck did I just go?
Oh, okay, finally, we can move on to... This is where, for me personally, the game should do a little more and a little bit better, as now it costs money. 7 AUD to be specific, that's $5 for all of you freedom people. It also released only 2 months after the first one, which is worrying to say the least. Even Prime Scott Cawthorne wasn't doing this. You can cut some slack for the free one, but if it's a product you spend money on, then I feel it's fair to criticize it. The game picks back up right where we left off, with Jumbo Josh dead on the floor, crushed under the elevator. Completely his own doing, by the way. We pick up the keycard we dropped, as well as, unfortunately, the remote for the drone. Also, how were we able to survive this fall, yet Jumbo Josh, the giant green gorilla, is conked out and possibly dead? We head through a set of doors that leads into... Are we certain that this is a kindergarten? I got curious and accidentally killed myself. However, when you die in this game, a random letter will flash on screen. From what I can tell, it's meant to spell out a message. Each time you die, it'll show a different letter. I was too lazy to figure it out though, so alas. We find another keycard, shocker, that's sitting next to a letter that contains some spooky lore. I don't know if it's meant to look like handwriting or just a PDF printout with some wobbly letters, but what it seems to be setting up sounds kind of intriguing, almost. The whispers from the abyss keep getting louder. We were told everything that gets thrown into the abyss dies, but it appears we were tricked. There is definitely more to this kindergarten than what's being let on. Too bad the next thing we encounter after this awesome world-building note is this f***ing thing. This is Nab Nab, like Banban backwards. I wonder if it's like a Shadow the Hedgehog sort of situation. This is the third member of the Banban crew that we are introduced to officially. Don't worry, we hear more from Nab Nab later on. When it comes to fan bases and video games, everyone has a favorite character. Me personally, I'm a Jumbo Josh man myself, but if your favorite is Nab Nab, then you might want to get that checked out. Now, this next part is something that I certainly wasn't expecting, and I guarantee you in a million years that you will also not be expecting this.
Hey, you there. I can see you on the cameras. I am so happy to see you. And I need your help with something.
It's like some Batman Arkham Asylum shit. Well, hey, look at that! The brothers stepped it up a bit and got some voice acting. And by that I mean themselves. A lot of the voice acting in Garten of Banban is actually done by the Euphoric Brothers, which isn't a bad thing. It's their second game in a series. They probably didn't have the budget to hire professional voice actors, which is cool. I mean, it sounds a little bit but hey, it's not the end of the world. It's just a voiceover for this one short segment. I'm sure this won't come back up. The man on the PA system sends us through a bunch of button pressing shenanigans. We even get the drone back, because thank God, right? That's what we needed. They saw the backlash from the first game and decided to bring back the single most hated mechanic for the sequel. Speaking of backlash, the response to Banban 2 was not good at all. People were outraged by the fact that it now cost money. Which, I mean, to be fair, I feel like you kind of know what you're getting into when it comes to Banban. It's not a surprise. They have a whole review system for a reason. You can't play the first game and then think the second one's going to be the next Outlast. And I also don't think it's unfair for them to charge money for their games when they've put time and effort into it. But then again, you have to ask if the product you're paying for is worth it. For me personally, not really. Still, I do think the backlash was a little bit overly harsh in general. I mean, sure, it's dumb, but it wasn't malicious. It's not like it was a Bitcoin miner. Although, nice little segue, some people apparently did suspect that at first because of just how poorly optimized this game is as a whole. Not just Banban 2, I'm talking basically every Banban. Here are the topologies for the Banban models. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm some game design expert. Quite frankly, I had to Google what topology meant in the context of video game models, but from what I understand, you want to be able to model your characters using the least amount of polygons as possible, especially for the more simpler designs. Usually, the higher polygon count a model has, the more detailed it is. Like this, for example, and also this. But then you have the Garten of Banban models, which just have an insanely high poly count for next to no reason, meaning that every time one of these fucks are on your screen, just by them existing, it increases strain on your computer by a fairly decent amount. I mean, seriously, here's a Banban model compared to the Ink Demon from Bendy and the Ink Machine. Even the drone remote that you hold for the entirety of the game is just insanely unoptimized, despite it basically just being 4 basic shapes. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I can do any better though, I have no fucking clue how to 3D model. Quite frankly, if I even attempted it, I would make something 3 times worse. But to me, it's just really funny, the Banban character designs are so very simple, and credit where credit is due, I think that is a very good thing for children's mascots. And while I don't think the simplicity of their designs being a good thing was on purpose, but it's that very reason why it's so much funnier that the models are so unoptimized, they are so very simple. Sorry, a little side tangent out of the way, let's talk about Banban 2. They actually added a new drone customization system, which is fairly neat. You can change the color and put a little hat on it, which I like. If you really need to keep the f***ass drone, at least give it a hat, I guess. We do some puzzles, press some buttons, and head on out into this giant warehouse with pink and blue arrows on the floor. We predictably press even more buttons with the drone, 3 to be precise. Nab-Nab's here! You must run back through the warehouse the way we came, following the arrows except for the pink arrows, which are the other way around, I think. I forgot. If you stop for even a second, the Nab-Nab will jump down on you from the roof. After just barely escaping death, we find a letter. If you read this fast enough, you might escape. I plan to sneak up on you and hit you very hard while you are occupied with reading this note. Hey, wait a minute.
3 birds with 1 stone. I get all of your key cards, I get the perfect specimen, and I don't have to deal with that thing down there. And it's all thanks to you. Oh, come on. I didn't hit you that hard. Or maybe I did. Either way, it's best you take a nap while I prepare for our little surgery.
Holy shit. It's Banban, the 4th character we are officially introduced to. You know, it's his Garten of Banban. Personally, for me, the moment I heard this guy speak, any and all form of horror that had been building throughout this game immediately went out the window. I cannot take him seriously. Banban says we're having surgery or something, and we wake up in this weird blue room with our drone conveniently with us. The game mentions our keycards have been taken away, but we get to keep the drone? Why would you take us prisoner, take our keycards so we can't escape, but then leave us with the other thing that would allow us to escape because there's more drone buttons around the place? I actually kind of like the whole liminal space thing they seem to be going for, even if, again, it makes no sense. We find a bunch of multicolored corpses, all of which look like Mr. Fiddlefuck or whatever his name is. We have to steal some juice from them and put it into this big jug for some reason. This section pissed me off so much. Basically, there's this giant ugly one that you also need to extract some juices from. You need to jam him in the eye with the drone in order to distract him so that you can get said juices. But because this game is a bit of a mess, the drone would just not crash into his eye. It would stop just short of it, which is why it took me so long to figure out that you even needed to crash it into his eye in the first place. Because that was the first thing I tried doing, and it didn't work. So obviously my train of thought after that was, okay, that's not gonna work, let me try some other things. But no, it was the first thing, and then after it's cowering in fear, the game wouldn't let me slurp it out of him for some reason. So it was just trial and error and error and error and error. I spent half an hour on this very simple segment. I clicked on that eye so many times. Okay, clearly it did not just fucking do that. That was it! Anyways, don't ask me why, but after putting all the monster goop together in this big jar, it opens a door, which gives us a firework, which we can then shoot into the giant monster's eye, because sure, why not? Now we can pass through this section here without being stopped, which leads us into a room that has nothing except for another keycard locked door that gives us a different keycard. What the hell? Anyways, now with this keycard, we can finally leave. Is this just out into where we were before? What the hell did we accomplish by doing all of that? Nothing! We're just back. Okay, so upsetting game progression aside, I mean, seriously, half the game was just getting keycards just to get back to the start of the game. I mean, come on. Also, I don't know what the hell is up with this thing, it just kind of shows up sometimes. Next up, we have what might be the most pointless button pressing segment ever. You need to navigate the clumsy drone into 4 different buttons, during which it just constantly gets stuck and has to reset. All of this just to allow us to use a keycard to open the door anyway. That's right, you had to press 4 buttons to enable another button that you need to use the keycard on. What is the point in that? These sort of segments of the Banban series really annoy me because it feels like they were designed specifically in order to waste as much of your time as possible. And I have a little theory, don't know if it's true, but I feel like the reason behind this is that on Steam, if you have under 2 hours playtime in a game, then you can refund it basically no questions asked. Which means that if a game is shorter than 2 hours, then people can refund it whether they liked it or not. I could be wrong and maybe it wasn't the intention at all, but I genuinely cannot think of another reason as to why some of these buttons exist other than to stretch the gameplay out, making it so people can't refund it. Because otherwise, why would you need to have these really repetitive segments all to open one door? It's not a puzzle, it's just frustrating. Hopefully this improves as we progress throughout the many Banbans. We go down a very long hallway, press 3 more buttons to open a single door, and it's Opila Bird. She's alive and she's here to get us. Don't worry though, Banbalina jumps out and tells us to follow her. This is the female counterpart of Banban that was on the walls in the first game as well. So we do just that and shut the door behind us. For you, now we're safe. But uh-oh, Banbalina now wants us to join her class.
Sit. Where do you think
This next segment is really annoying for just so many reasons. Not only does it just not work half the time, but this entire segment relies on us answering teacher Banbalina's questions, using these different audio tape player things that sit on the various desks. Each tape player corresponds to a different personality type, which is meant to help you answer these questions. Some of these are pretty easy, but if you get it wrong, because it's essentially just stabbing in the dark half the time, you die and have to redo the entire segments and listen to the entirety of Banbalina's rambling all over again. It's so tedious. After we successfully answer the first lot of questions, we head into our lunch break, which just ends up being a bunch of fetch quests for the bowling pins, the watering cans, and basketballs, all of which are sentient.
Also, teachers, please keep in mind that we're on the lookout for a very, very naughty student, believed to be accompanied by a drone. If you catch them, call Principal Banban's office immediately.
Oh, so naughty. I can't take this game seriously. The cycle repeats, tedious questions followed by more deaths. Then we go on break again, more questions until eventually Banbalina exits the room and we finally get a chance to escape.
Oh, so many Opila Birds.
Opila Bird has Opila Birdlings. We must capture all 6 of them and bring them back to this little bed nesting that could not be located further away if they possibly tried. We also, shocker, get a keycard. Opila Bird rushes out of the door to make sure her babies are okay. I unfortunately flew too close to the sun and had to redo the bird collecting again. But the second time around, Opila Bird just didn't bother with the babies. What the? Whoa, 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 whoa! I got your bird! I got your stupid bird, you... Thankfully, after the third time, we escape. And... yeah, no, that makes sense. This here is Slow Celine. I don't even know how many characters we've had so far. It's basically red light, green light. Took me a while to figure that out though. This section with Celine is actually quite well executed, I think. When she's distracted checking the doors, we can move. But otherwise, if we move, then we're dead. I actually fairly enjoyed this part. Good job, Banban. After escaping from Slow Celine, we're in a beach room. where we collect seashells and deposit them into this chest, which gives us a keycard. Why are there so many keycards in this game? However, the main attraction in this room is this button pressing cannon minigame, where we basically have to grab fireworks and shoot them out of cannons at whichever one of these buttons are illuminated, which by itself I don't actually have a problem with. It's a switch up from the usual tedious drone button pressing, and I appreciate that they did something different here. But we have to complete 3 individual rounds of this, which takes nearly 10 minutes. By itself, I don't have any problems with this section, but I just do not understand this game's obsession with repeating things. At least have it increase in difficulty or something. It's just the same thing repeated over and over again for no reason. After the cannon minigame, this door unlocks and we get... Are you for fucking real? After doing some Roblox parkour, we find a letter from our child, or children, I don't know if there's 1 or 2 of them. Apparently the nice jellyfish saved them from the big bird and the evil red man. We'll get into this jellyfish character soon, don't worry, I'm sure you're all on the edge of your seats to find out more about the nice jellyfish.
You know, on a normal day, you'd be standing where I am, behind the safety of this glass. Oh no, you've gotta go. There's an elevator in
What do you mean I've got to go? Why do I gotta go?
We get into this strange chase sequence that leads us down many hallways while being hunted down by Banbalina. The end result is luring her here and having Jumbo Josh punch her, I guess, and she drops a key card. Why does she drop a fucking key card? So we head on through, climb onto an elevator, and descend deeper into the abyss. So Selena's here too, I guess. And that's Banban 2. And it sure was something. The playtime was 5 times longer than the first, but in this case, I don't think that's a good thing. I didn't mind Banban 1 because while it was silly, it didn't make you repeat the same thing a million times over. Banban 2 really frustrated me at times. And it's a shame because I do feel like there are some small glimmers of a good game here, but unfortunately, it is very overshadowed by the negative once again. But I suppose we should see if the next game fixes some of these issues. Releasing only 2 months, again, after the second one, seriously, I feel like Banban as a series would be a lot better if instead of releasing individual games, they went for the Bendy and the Ink Machine or the Poppy Playtime approach, releasing chapters over time as DLC, rather than whole new games. I don't know why they are all individual games, it seems a bit silly. Who knows, I'm not a game developer. Banban 3 actually had more positive reviews overall compared to the last 2. So I guess it's time to see if they improved or not. God, I fucking hope so. We pick up right where we left off. And who the fuck is that? From here on, they start introducing some new exciting characters that will show up on the walls before actually meeting them. You know, foreshadowing themes and such. But it will never fail to get a chuckle out of me when a brand spanking new character shows up 500 feet below the Earth's surface. Like, sorry, was Queen Bouncelia not available on the upper floors? Is she an exclusive to down here? Speaking of, where the fuck are we? We've gone down how many elevators and there's just a big empty hole void. There is nothing here. Don't worry though, Banban, the character, is back. And he's here to help us, isn't he the bad guy? See, Banban here is prone to some violent instincts. So for now, he's gonna keep his distance from us, which I guess makes sense. We walk into the first room off of this center hub, and we have a new character, Nabnalina. They're so creative with the female counterparts, aren't they? Banbalina, Nabnalina. And you can tell they're different characters because they're a different color and they have a bow. Now, our first task of Banban 3, hold your horses, I know you're very excited on the edge of your seats. We get to pick up some crayons and deposit them in order to get a keycard. Then we have to take the keycard across this giant, never-ending abyss. And we stumble across Nabnalina and Nabnab's room. Nabnalina was apparently created for the sole purpose of keeping Nabnab company. They thought Nabnab's aggressiveness was tied to his loneliness, so they made him a friend or a girlfriend. Do these things fuck? We actually have a lot of the cast in this section here. The orange elusive jellyfish, otherwise known as Stinger Flynn, the Nabnabs, and Sheriff Toadster, who I really like Sheriff Toadster. All of them reside here, I think. You can tell because they have signs with their names and pictures on them. I thought it was gonna be like tiny! What is any of this doing inside of a kindergarten? It's Stinger Flynn. He's big, slimy, veiny, and asleep, I think. The only way to wake him is to head on up to the communication kiosk and use another keycard. Stinger Flynn says a bunch of cryptic stuff telling us to leave this place while we can.
Leave this place while you still can. Erase it from your memory. Move on and forget any of this ever happened. And I promise you, tomorrow will be a better day.
He then puts us in a trance and we wake up on a beach. And this thing is back again. You can tell this is where they realized that from a horror standpoint, no one was taking these things seriously. So they decided to have a bit of fun. I mean, Stinger Flynn is a car, for God's sake. I'm actually kind of a big fan of this direction, because then I feel like if they decided to do an actual scary moment, it would actually be scary because it's a switch up from the usual. Stinger Flynn says that he needs the children, but he'll be careful. So does Stinger Flynn know where our kids are? I mean, the note said they were with a jellyfish. I assume he's the jellyfish. But hold on. Wait a minute. A unique gameplay segments? We get to play as Stinger Flynn, but a lot smaller, and not the size of, well, Stinger Flynn, baby Stinger Flynn. Essentially, we can jump slightly higher and shoot projectiles, but I'm really glad they decided to give us something else to do other than keycards and pressing buttons with the drone. It's definitely a step in the right direction, which, good job, Banban. Which is why it is such a shame that the first thing we get to do with these awesome new miraculous abilities is, you guessed it, press buttons, and then repeat the cannon minigame from the end of Banban 2. They just reused an entire segment from the previous game. You didn't have to do that. At least this time it's a little bit different. Instead of using the cannons and the fireworks, we use our zapping arm Stinger Flynn thing. But still, it wasn't fun the first time, it wasn't fun the second time. After we're finished with the Stinger Flynn segment, we awake next to Sheriff Toadster's jail. We gotta collect a bunch of buckets with googly eyes, aka criminals, and lock those bad apples up for good. Another simple collection minigame, but this one I didn't mind too much, honestly. In my opinion, if you're gonna make the player do the same thing over and over again, giving the segments unique and interesting theming goes a long way, which is what they did here, at least in my opinion. Small victories, Banban. Good job. Stinger Flynn is fucked off somewhere, but oh no, apparently we need another keycard to progress through this section. Me when I'm playing Garten of Banban and I need a keycard in a room again. So we set across the abyss to find another keycard. How many keycards have we had to collect so far? I feel like you can just have doors not need keycards, or normal keys, or maybe something else to open doors with. We end up in a pink room with Nabnalina, who apparently, like I said earlier, was created because Nab was lonely or something. But unfortunately, she wasn't finished. So of course that job falls into our hands. I would think it's so we can head into the room that I died in earlier, so that we can get Nab off our backs. Otherwise, I have no idea why this is our job. We're not a scientist, I assume. This section was actually pretty good. We have to mix and match the different juices as it comes up on the screen and inject it into Nabnalina. Be quick though, or she will just jump across the room. Anyways, Nab and Nabnalina are all buddy now, which I guess means we can go into the Nab room. Never mind, it's closed. So why did we need to get Nab off our backs? He wasn't really that big of a problem. He only showed up for like 2 seconds at the beginning of the chapter. As we try leaving, Stinger Flynn shows up.
You have overstayed your welcome here.
I know.
I even made you an offer, but guess what?
What? What? You talking still? Jesus Christ. What is...
Hey you. You're finally awake. So, Stinger, when are we arriving at this place called Beach?
I believe you
God,
are
what
lost.
is this fucking game? What?
That's what I'm talking about. Fila, what do you think about this?
What? Oh,
Infuriating sentence.
hello. What? We get to use Stinger Flynn's newfound awesome game mechanics once again to press more buttons. Not much to really say here. I mean, it feels like a bit of a missed opportunity to have some more unique game mechanics, but I digress. We wake alongside Bambalina and Nab again. I guess he didn't like Nabnalina. My bad. We didn't do a good enough job making him a friend, I guess. Bambalina says that we have to figure out how to escape the super secret Jumbo Josh lounge, the green guy from the first game. Yeah, he's back. I think Jumbo Josh might be my favorite Banban character if I had to pick one, but there's just something about him. Anyways, we gotta escape from the room without Jumbo Josh noticing, as he will pop in occasionally to check up on us. Before he pops back in though, we have to make sure everything in the room is back in its proper place, or else you die. This might be a highlight of Banban 3 for me, personally. It was by far the most unique segment so far, and even though it still contained Banban's signature janky button drone pressing, and to escape we need yet another keycard, it 100% felt like a step in the right direction. Does this mean they're improving? God, I fucking hope so. There's still 5 more games to go after this one. Following this actually half-decent gameplay section, we have what might be the most pointless and annoying corridor in video game history. Tell me why we have to open 7 doors with keycards before getting through. That's so dumb. Maybe it's meant to create the illusion that whatever's behind here can't get out. It's sealed behind 7 doors because what's on the other side is Banban's first ever boss fight. Now, I know you at home might be thinking, oh geez, Kuava, I have no idea how Garten of Banban would do a boss battle. Yes you do. We have to press some buttons with our drone. Revolutionary. I don't even know what this thing is. It's like a 2-headed turtle that can either lick you or spit at you. We win by putting a firework, which we obtained by pressing buttons, onto his tongue, and he eats it and dies. Then we have to drag Mr. Kebab Man all the way into this room here, where it acts as a lure for Tata Bird. At this point, I'm just accepting these characters as they come. We gotta lure out and mount Tata Bird. To do this, we gotta time our jump and interact with Tata Bird with the correct timing. However, Tata Bird here can jump scare you mid-jump, so it takes so many times to actually succeed. And then when you die, you have to walk all the way back over to where we fought the turtle thing, grab the party hats because, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that in order to move Mr. fucking Kebab Man, we need these party hats which the turtle left behind upon death for whatever reason. But now we have to move Kebab Man all the way over again. This is just textbook time wasting.
3 stones with 1 bird. 3 stones with 1 bird. Hand over your pancreas. 3 stones with 1 bird. 3 stones with 1 bird. Behave or get banned. Behave or get banned. Behave or get banned. 3 stones with 1.
I had to do this 5 times. Oh yeah, baby Opila Birdling is here too, forgot to mention that. We ride out on Tata Bird and we meet up with Opila Bird, who is gazing out into the distance. We give Opila Bird her Opila Birdling and all is well with the world. Until Stinger Flynn shows up.
When all along they had one thing on their mind.
Something just happened.
Hey
man.
At first I was confused by how everything was going perfectly in your favor.
Oh no, Stinger Flynn has turned Banban evil or something, and we have to race Opila Bird and Tata Bird, while evil Banban is right on our tail. Ah, so fast and so scary. And then this happens.
You can run away, but the smell of your pancreas will always draw me to you.
Why is he upset? Oh! Are you seeing this shit, Kaka Bird?
Stop it, you two.
God. Oh. With Tata Bird now dead and an orphan bird left in our care, we head down the elevator once more and boom, that's Banban 3. Overall, I think it's an improvement. Don't get me wrong, I still wouldn't consider it a good game. There were a lot of sections which were far more tedious than they needed to be, but I really enjoyed the Jumbo Josh escape section. The Stinger Flynn segments were alright, though I do feel like they were kind of a wasted opportunity, giving us new abilities just to make us do the same old shit with it. But yeah, it was an improvement. But hey, maybe this means that Banban is only up from here. From here on, I feel like Banban's reputation slowly improves. I mean, the games are still Banban, but the Steam reviews seem happy. I do feel it is important to mention that from Banban 4 onwards, the prices have increased from $7.39 to $14.50, meaning that they have now doubled in price. So, does this come with a quality increase or no? Well, I guess we'll find out. Oh my god, right into it, okay. It's the 2-headed turtle we defeated at the end of the last game. He's back. Also, we have Orphan Opila Bird Baby. He'll help us solve various puzzles like standing on a button, which allows us to crash a drone into another button. Riveting. After escaping Turtle Dick, we find a brand new remote. It's a different color, so maybe it'll be used for a whole new mechanic and we can finally get rid of this damn drone. Oh, no, it was a trap. Okay, sure. Sure, man. Okay, that's fine. Is it by Banban again? Did he hit me over the head? Did he go, ah, I got you?
Listen up, criminal. That whole act of you being unconscious won't work on me. You're a prisoner.
It's Sheriff Toadstar. Seriously, I feel like the majority of this video is just me going, it's insert character. But whatever, you guys asked for this. Sheriff Toadstar is interrogating us. He asks a bunch of yes or no questions, after which he decides to let us out. After about 3 minutes of questioning, that's not very many. Unfortunately, that remote is never brought up again, so that's fine, I guess. This is Sheriff Toadster now that we can actually see him. He's one of the characters who have actually been foreshadowed since pretty early on, appearing as a mural as early as chapter 2. Unlike the other ones who just show up, he tells us to follow him somewhere where they can talk. He takes us to a castle underneath a kindergarten. This is one of those games where I feel like Dream Theory is perfectly acceptable. Like, what is this? Toadster then takes us to meet the Queen Bouncelia, that is. She says that humans don't come down here very often, but they may be on the upper floors, and they can help get us back up there. To look for our kid. I think that's what we're still doing. And also, these guys, they have pretty decent voice actors. Bouncelia sounds great, honestly. It fits her really well. Hell, even Toadster doesn't sound that bad. The voices actually suit them. Toadster says that apparently the Queen's jester has gone rogue, and that no matter what happens, he must not make the Queen laugh. Otherwise, what's in her pouch will escape. And everyone will die! The entire aim of this game is to find 3 elevator parts which are scattered around the map, each section being connected via a train line system. Which is f***ing ridiculous, by the way. It takes forever to get between these 3 stations. You just have to sit there waiting. Feel like they could have just put in a loading screen or something, but I digress.
Hi, I'm a hungry snake. Do you have any food?
Let me out. Yep, convenient.
Get toasted! These toad stars never disappoint, partner.
That was Bittergiggle, the rogue jester that wants to destroy the kingdom by making the Queen laugh. We know his name because he's on the wall. Another character that was nowhere to be seen up until now. As we make our way through, Toadster tells us to stop. He knows his enemies, and apparently, we're being stalked. There are 3 corridors with a whole lot of vents. We have to hold the baby orphan bird up to said vents before we can pass. And if the bird chirps, then that's a no-no, and Nab Nab will jump out and kill us. Use the bird to find an optimal path forward. Another fairly decent segment. It was kind of tense, as for the baby bird to chirp, you need to be quite close to the vent. Even if the consequence for messing up is Nab Nab, he's not very scary. But it's not a fetch quest, keycard related, or button pressing, so good job. After making our way past 20-something vents, we get the first part for the elevator that I mentioned earlier. Now we have to make our way back to the elevator from the start of the game to see if the part fits. It was looking good so far, but unfortunately, there is so much backtracking in this game, it's not even funny. We have to go all the way back through the train tunnel thing, which again, could have been solved by a loading screen or something. Then all the way back through the castle, past the Queen, and to the elevator. It's such a minor thing, but the trek back alone takes nearly 5 minutes, and you have to do it a few times throughout the game. Maybe if they added a chase sequence with Nab Nab or something to spice it up. Just something different to make it not feel like a total repeat. Sheriff Toadster confirms that the part does indeed fit the elevator. Only 2 more to go. And I gotta say, so far, I think this might be the best Banban. It's silly and it still has a lot of tedious segments, but the overall structure is pretty good. Having a predefined goal and set task to accomplish is so much better than just wandering around aimlessly having random things happen, which is essentially what the last 3 Banban games were. Queen Bouncelia welcomes us into the kingdom, saying that we are now an official citizen. Even if we do not wish to stay, we will always have a place here, which is very kind. Thank you, Queen Bouncelia. She does mention, however, that one of our friends dropped by while we were gone. He was in a damaged state though, so he's in the infirmary. Oh, for fuck's sake. Banban says he's sorry and he wants to make it up to us. The Queen filled him in on the situation with the elevator and how we're trying to gather parts. He wants to help. Go away. Banban is my least favorite character in this series, and it's his series. I should like him. Something about him, I just don't like him, nor do I trust him. Look at his face. We grab yet another keycard and head down the hall. And there's my second least favorite character. He's strung up like Jesus, so we try to leave him be, but never mind, I guess. Stinger Flynn does this thing a lot during these games where he blames us for literally every minor inconvenience and everything that goes wrong, which is weird considering all we've done so far is pick up keycards and press buttons. It doesn't feel like we've done anything. We're just a spectator. This orange prick says that, oh, they managed to get Jumbo Josh under control, but we just had to anger him. Look where our arrogance has gotten us now. And again, I might be misremembering things, but what did we do with Josh? Am I dumb? We went down an elevator, he climbed up, died, made us play hide and seek, and then came back and fought with Stinger Flynn. Which of these events did we anger him during? If anything, Stinger Flynn fought back and probably pissed him off. Yeah, arsehole. Stinger puts us under again, and I have no words. What is this, man?
Oh, hi. You're up again. You sure are a sleepy fellow.
Agreed.
Grab some of the vegetable snacks we collected indeed. Oh, they're all finished.
What is this?
I already have consumed my share of the nutrients I've gathered while you were in your slumber.
Me too. Sorry about that.
Worst blunt rotation ever. In hindsight, these sections are really funny, but while playing the game, it's very frustrating because it's so slow. They sit around talking for just far too long, saying not much of substance. But then, a very unexpected guest arrives.
Yeah, but what kind of animal makes that sound? Help me!
There's no way! They just ripped the bottle! The developers have got to be friends or something, because how else would they have gotten away with putting Choo Choo Charles in Garten of Banban? What am I even playing anymore? We begin our journey to grab the next elevator part. Unfortunately, this guy's here too. He won't shut up, unfortunately, but hey, at least we have something to keep us occupied during this long train ride. This game is ridiculous. Nab Nab comes and steals Mr. Kebab Man. We chase the two of them down. We are hot on their heels. He is very fast. The game makes us complete a Roblox obby before we're forced to watch behind glass as Banban and Nab Nab have an epic showdown. And by epic showdown, I mean Banban wipes the floor with Nab Nab. It wasn't even close. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So fucking get him, Banban. So from what I'm picking up via some context clues here, seems that Banban has some sort of Bruce Banner Hulk sort of thing going on, where if he hulks out, he loses control and just beats the shit out of things, I guess. Banban returns to normal and tells us to go on without him and find the part. Oh yeah, this green shit stain on the floor is Banban's blood, I think. See, all of the Banban crew are made out of this thing called Jivanium, or Jivanium, I think. That's the stuff in these big green barrels that are literally everywhere. The giant spoon shows up, we do some backtracking to put the new part in the elevator. Now we only have one more part to go. First though, we gotta talk to Queen Bouncy. She reiterates basically everything she said previously, but now more of our friends have arrived. The gang's all here. We got the Birds, Banbalina, Jumbo Josh, who for some reason they refer to as the Green Gorilla almost exclusively from here on out. I don't know why, but now it's time to get the third and final piece for the elevator. The first thing we have to do in order to achieve this is essentially play I'm on observation duty. There are a total of 4 rooms. Each time the lights go out, something in one of those rooms will change. You have to figure out what has changed and press the corresponding button. You have to do this quite a few times and bingo bongo, you can progress. This is easily the most unique puzzle we've seen so far, and it was fun. I had fun with a Garten of Banban puzzle. It actually got my mind juices juicing, and it didn't make me want to slam my head against the wall for the first time since starting these games. We head through the doors and what? Kittysaurus is here. I was under the assumption that these things were created to be mascots of the kindergarten and like interact with the kids. How were they planning on getting this thing inside the classroom or the Opila bird room? And also, what the hell is any of this? Sorry, I feel like I haven't questioned that enough. Do the kids who go to the kindergarten come down to these sections? I mean, Queen Bouncelia said no one has visited in ages, but what about all the other weird rooms? Like Banbalina's classroom, is that so she can just play pretend or do kids actually go down there? Because reminder, this This is meant to be really deep underground, I think. To defeat Kittysaurus, we have to lure them towards these giant buttons and make them turn green. What other purpose does this room have other than being a boss fight? It feels off. This doesn't feel like a real room, which again is why I think dream theory might be a thing. After Kittysaurus presses all 4 buttons, they die on the spot, and we can continue on to find the final elevator piece. But oh no!
Like a bug to a zapper.
Giggle Jizz, the jester, has trapped us inside a room. All that aside though, unironically, I think this guy has the best voice in the series. Giggle Guggle here says that the whole if the queen laughs then something will escape from her pouch and destroy the world thing is just some cuckoo conspiracy. And he realizes that he's the ultimate jokester, and off he goes to end the world, I guess. But stupid Giggle, though, forgot about our drone and the obvious giant red button we have to press to open the door. We make our way back to the throne room, but we're too late. No, Sheriff Toadster, I'm sorry. I should have been here, but the game made me sit and wait on the elevator train thing, so I couldn't really get here quick enough. We head up to check on the queen, but Kittysaurus and Bitter Giggle have beaten us here.
Your Majesty, I have finally come to do what I was made for and deliver my jokes.
I'm gonna deliver a fucking hatchet into your skull.
This is my best match yet.
It's probably the best voice actor in this game so far.
To leave and not tell any jokes.
To be fair.
Oh no!
No!
Look at what you have done!
The orphan just fall in the tire. Oh my god. Wait, that's the
Oh, they threw up
Holy shit!
Your Majesty, tell me, what did the train conductor say to the kangaroo?
Oh, what did the train conductor say to the kangaroo?
On!
That was terrible.
Oh no.
Time floor's going down! It's not even they're escaping!
Are we fucking serious right
Get the
now?
elevator to work, but only
Are we
partially.
fucking serious?
It can only go down, but right now, we have to escape
This
from
dude literally
to
just
anywhere
took
else.
everyone down with him over a shit joke. What an asshole. Dude, no, you're not coming with us. You're not coming with us.
The naughty ones are being unleashed from the queen's pouch. We gotta book it back to the elevator with Sheriff Toadster, who is fine now, by the way, and Stinger Flynn, because why not? He's fucking everywhere. Toadster is in mourning over the very preventable cataclysm that Giggle Fart just unleashed upon the world, and says that the only way we can stop the naughty ones are by obtaining the queen's scepter, which is even deeper down. This is still a kindergarten, right? I can't lie, throughout playing Banban 4, I didn't like it much. Probably because I'd been playing these games every day and it was starting to get to me. But now after re-watching the footage back, I gotta say it might be my favorite. Sure, it's definitely rough in some areas, like very rough. But if all we're comparing it to is other Banban games, then it's a big improvement. I forgot to mention it earlier, but it's also the first Banban game to actually have music. And it's good. Overall, Banban 4 feels like the most complete so far. The goal of having to collect the 3 elevator pieces being established right away helps to give the player an actual sense of purpose. Whereas in the last 3 entries, it was basically just a walking simulator where random shit would happen around you. Which, don't get me wrong, this one is basically still just that. But this time it feels like we actually influence some parts of the story, if that makes sense. Would I say it's worth double the price though? I don't know. Yeah, there's no Banban 5. I mean, there's a Steam page for it. It's got that weird blue fella, but it seems they just skipped it. Apparently, it's going to be a prequel, but I don't know yet because it's not out. Garten of Banban 6 released on the 21st of December 2023. They took a little bit longer to develop this one compared to the other entries, but I still have no idea how they're able to pump these out so quick. Regardless of how the end product is, it's still fairly impressive. I don't know if that's the right word. Something I do want to touch on though, that I've been kind of waiting to bring up as I was hoping it would get better, it doesn't, is the menu. But the menu itself is not great. The main menu isn't too bad. I mean, the boxes clip into each other and it's annoying having to change all my settings each game. Again, another reason why I think it would be so much better to just release them as chapters or DLC of a base game. But the menu I'm specifically annoyed with the most is the pause menu, being that it doesn't exist. When you pause the game, this comes up. Seems pretty standard, right? No, because it doesn't pause the game. Things will just keep on happening in the background while it's paused, meaning that all it does is bring up this menu. I think I'm okay with saying that this might be perhaps my biggest pet peeve with this franchise. Please, make it pause the game. Anyways, let's actually talk about Banban 6, shall we? Once again, the game picks back up right where we left off, having descended down even further after the naughty ones escaped from the Queen's pouch. In case you forgot, I mean, it was like a minute ago, so I don't think I really need to go too much into detail there. Sheriff Toadster says that he knows a place we can shack up, when suddenly the lights all go out, and we gotta run towards the only light source. Hey, scary! We meet up at what is apparently Sheriff Toadster's sad origin story. He says that we have to open this big door in order to get the Queen's scepter, which is the only way to stop the naughty ones apparently. And in order to do so, we need to find and activate 4 different buttons. I know, shocking. I know that I said in the last game that this formula worked for me, but this time it didn't really hit the same spot. Considering it was basically just a rinse and repeat of the last game, have set objective that needs one of X amount collected or activated around the map, find one, bring it back, then head out to find the other. Before that, I want to talk about this thing. I can't move, by the way. I'm not being stupid, I can't move. Yeah, I'm not too sure what it is either, but I like it. Essentially, you can climb all these bits and bobs and scale up the wall, and it leads to this room, where we encounter this blue cow, who slowly walks towards us before killing us. However, upon respawning back in the room, the blue cow is nowhere to be seen, but we get a notification informing us that we feel strange. You're telling me Banban actually did something cool? Maybe my bar is low at this point after playing so many of these damn things, but I really like this. It feels so Herobrine-esque. I'm not gonna pretend to be hip and down with what all the youngsters do nowadays, but I can picture the playground talks about the scary blue cow from Banban that shows up once and disappears, never to be seen again. Maybe I'm thinking about it too much, I just think it's a neat inclusion. After looking it up, apparently this thing's name is the Nanny. And apparently she is a pig, not a cow. Sorry, I couldn't see that much, it was pitch black. Anyways, now comes the very tedious walking to our objective that we need to do. Our drone now has a light source attached to it because that's what you want to do, make the next essential game mechanic tied to the drone. The already broken essential game mechanic. Essentially, we can't step foot in the dark or else the naughty ones will get us, so we have to sit close to our drone, which you all know how I feel about this thing. There's probably an easier way to do this. Fucked if I know though. After reaching the first room, we have to do a heap of Banban's signature "how does this work" nonsense. But we do run into, didn't you just end the world or something? It's okay, he feels bad, it's all good. He does seem sorry, but like, I get it. His sole purpose is telling jokes and he's kinda shit at it. I'd be sad and try to destroy everything too, buddy. Dickhead here decides to aid us in our quest to retrieve the scepter to make up for all the harm he's caused. Unfortunately, that help doesn't come anytime soon as we have to do a nonsensical puzzle first. There are 3 charts on the wall. Each row corresponds with a group of chairs in the center of the room. Now these group of chairs, they also have switches. Basically, we must press the switches in the order it tells us to based on the chair colors. It's very confusing. This one took a while. I felt like Patrick when he became smart that one time and you could see the cogs start turning. We have to do said puzzle 3 times because God forbid we only do a puzzle once. It could have been 3 times more fun if we just did it once, quite frankly. Completing said puzzle will turn on 3 projectors. Red, green, and blue. And we gotta reposition these projectors to the same spots so we can read what it says, because gee willikers, I had no idea what it said prior to repositioning the projectors. And what does this even do? I feel like for video game puzzles, they have to at least have some in-world sense to them. But no, we're in this giant lecture room underground, about 20 layers down, and there's a bunch of chairs, and don't forget the best part. In order to use the projector, which there are 3 of by the way, they made the conscious decision to split a single projector up into red, green, and blue, just to combine them anyways. But the only way to enable these projectors are by completing this elaborate fuck-ass puzzle where we have to, sort these fucking chairs by color. This shit had me mumbling to myself, oh yeah, 1 teal, 2 blue, 1 blue, for half an hour. I knew what that meant, but it sounds really weird. All of this just to display Banban's kindergarten on the screen. We are 5 games in. I know what the Anyways, after we line up the projectors, this of course causes the naughty ones to invade. Right on cue, I guess.
Hello? Anybody in there? It's your friend, Banban. I need your help.
That's not Bam Bam.
He's out already? Don't even think about opening this door. No!
Bam Bam! No, it's my friend Bam Bam. He just said
There you
so.
go, child.
It's Bam Bam. That's not Ban Ban. We have to sit and wait for like a minute. Shindiggle over here comes to terms with what he's done. Doomed the Ban Ban verse and says that we've got to head back to the sheriff. Sure, that'll go well.
You have a lot of guts showing up here, Bitter Giggle. I should take you out where you stand. Did you really think that I'd allow you in here? And look who it is. My partner in fighting crime turns out to be working with our most wanted criminal behind my back. I had a bad feeling about you the moment I saw you. I wanted to use you as bait for the other criminals, but the Queen insisted we give you a chance.
No, Toadstool, we're
Should've gone
besties.
with my instincts. As usual, I was right. You two should go.
No, Toxic
Your
Yowie.
fate in here won't be much better
Are
than your
you
fate out there with the naughty
fucking
ones.
kidding me?
I don't need no partners. I'll find Little Beak, and together, we'll rid the world of monsters like you.
Does that mean I have to do this puzzle anymore? Oh.
No! I'll save you!
Let's get out of here!
What is this fucking game?
We're safe for now. So, there's that.
We walked like
Oh.
20 feet.
It's you two.
Why are you back? Stinger Flynn is back, I guess. He is so fucking annoying. His design is kind of funny though, so it makes up for it. He's just a bright orange jellyfish that changes size occasionally. I mean, hey, at least his makes sense. I can't even begin to describe what some of these other guys are. The main mascot is just a red guy with 2 party hats. Enough of that though. With Toadster and Bambalina abducted, or something, we head on out to the next puzzle section to press the next button for the giant door or something.
Come on, man, we have to get back together.
Not a chance. Your jokes are trash.
You'll have one leg. Everybody will think you're the joke when you're hopping around like a bunny. We must get back together to prevent that.
Oh, you make a good point. Let me think about it for a second. Never!
We get to press more buttons with our drone, and Ban Ban's back. Thankfully, he's willing to risk his life and come with us to give unasked for aid. He takes us up to this rooftop area where we have to do this strange puzzle that requires you to push the Ban Ban statue to a certain point. After doing this only 2 times, getting better Ban Ban, we get another keycard. Red keycard. Red for the blood that you're gonna shit in a moment. Or your skin. Tell me. Okay, they are genuinely just like doing shit for the sake of doing shit. Why? Why would I have to scan a keycard of that one to be able to use this one? Genuinely, what is the point there?
Hey, is that guy over there a friend of yours?
Did they just give me yellow paint?
You can.
My warning. You had your chance to escape my mayhem.
I'm gonna. Oh, was that the jester guy? Too bad I couldn't f***ing see it, eh? Oh, so you're dead. I don't really care much about you. Giggle Jizz, are you good? We used the stick we got earlier to wedge open the keycard activated safe, which I didn't even know was an option. Why can't we just carry this stick with us from now on? Ban Ban and Bitter Giggle are both dead on the floor. Your sacrifice will probably be forgotten. Yay, keycard time. Sorry, I know I sound like a broken record. It's getting harder and harder to talk about things happening when most of it is keycard orientated. I still don't understand what that entire last section did to progress the plot further other than just letting us know that Ban Ban's still alive, before seemingly killing him off anyways, again. Just felt like a bunch of puzzles that had no reward other than another keycard. And then Bitter Giggle just waltzes back on in despite having a big dramatic death all of 3 minutes ago, before explaining the next section for a solid 2 minutes, which quite frankly I forgot immediately due to my lack of a solid attention span. In short, we have to shine the light at these dark tunnels whenever a naughty one pops out. with a big one emerging from the top that we have to stop as well. It wasn't a bad segment, it was fairly decent as far as Banban minigames go. On the way back to home base, Bitter Giggle gets the irresistible urge to tell a joke. So he does, and the naughty ones in the darkness laugh. This makes him very happy, since the last time he told a joke all he heard was yelling, but now they laugh. Two very different situations, buddy. We're down to our last switch button thing before we can go grab the scepter and open the big door. They begin talking about this Sir Dadadoo character, which is the guy who attacked Banban and Giggle, who is also apparently the leader of the naughty ones. I had to gather this through context clues because they don't actually tell you who Sir Dadadoo is. They just start talking about him, saying he's up to no good. Also, what a f***ing stupid name. Sir Dadadoo, I love it. Stinger Flynn plays the blame game again. Why is he saying this to us? What about the guy who was literally responsible for letting the naughty ones out? We're trying to fix it. All you're doing is sitting on your fucking orange ass, man. It's also cleared up that the reason he's all small now is because when he was hooked up to those pipe things from last game, they drained him of his Givanium, which is their blood or life force or something. We get put into a Stinger Flynn trance again, and just out of spite, I'm going to let a lot of this flashback segment play out, because I need you to understand what I had to go through.
Morning, sleepy fellow. You should have kept sleeping. We're still waiting for the bus. Man, I'm so tired.
Quit whining. You're not the only one. Maybe sleep for a bit like Opila.
A bit. She's been sleeping for days.
The bus is here.
Finally.
Ignore that. It's not working.
Oh man. What have we been doing all of it? I don't want to go to the beach anymore. I just want to go back.
We cannot. We must get to the beach. I will be frank. I did not know it would be this difficult to reach our destination. If it weren't for your infuriating... Get back here. This is the wrong bus too.
The captain got kidnapped. What are we gonna do?
I'm thinking.
Nap nap.
We just lost two. This wasn't supposed to...
Okay, I'll cut it there and save you. You're welcome. Bitter Giggle found a set of 2 keycards. He gave one to Uthman. Oh yeah, that's Banban's real name, I forgot to mention. But he left one for us, thankfully. We press more drone buttons, find some lollipops, and have an epic showdown with the giant orphan bird who we saw turn into a big monster. Essentially, if we're in the middle of the field with the trees, then the big scary bird can't get us. We have to quickly dash out to grab parts to complete Mr. Kebab Man, who we then can push out as a distraction so we can rush to a tent in order to grab a battery. Then after that, we can walk alongside the bush line as this is the bird's blind spot to the other tent, where we push out a big barrel of Givanium to use as yet another distraction. I think you get the point. We trick the bird into diving us before kablammy! We use the batteries we got earlier to kill the poor orphan bird monster who's trying to kill us now. Also, where the hell are we? Are we still under the kindergarten? Banban opens a big door and, oh no, orphan bird isn't dead, but Banban finishes it off, I guess. And out emerges plain old regular orphan bird who runs away. I don't really blame him. I'm just gonna start summarizing. Banban 6 ninja Banban on the naughty ones to get him off our back. And finally, we can open the giant doors that lead to the Queen's Scepter. The only goal that we've had for the last 2 hours. The scepter is in a giant box, but it's missing a piece. It's incomplete. But before we can do anything, oh no, it's Sir Dadadoo. Oh, the horror. Banban injects Nab Nab with the same juice that Orphan Bird had, and he turns into a big, scary spider thing and fucks Sir Dadadoo up. But then, my biggest pet peeve with this game, it ruins it for me. When it's time to flee from Sir Dadadoo, the game doesn't let you grab the scepter or anything. Banban insists that we leave it there. This game's entire plot point, the goal, amounted to nothing. The entire thing we were working towards was just tossed away and left behind. Even if it didn't have the important piece, it's better to take it with us and find the piece, right? Bitter Giggle says he's going to stay with the naughty ones as they laugh at his jokes before he kills himself. We get cornered by Sir Dadadoo and he's turned all of our friends evil. Banban sacrifices himself in order to hold them off and tells us to look for the surgeon before dashing into the dark. My hero. And that's Banban 6. There were quite a few gameplay improvements this time around, but like I mentioned a second ago, having the scepter be completely discarded at the end makes the entire game feel pointless. The majority of the scepter was there. Why couldn't we take the bits that we had and then spend the next game looking for that missing piece? That way it didn't feel like the last 2 hours were for nothing! Anyway, speaking of the next game, Garten of Banban 7 released on the 10th of May 2024. That's the longest amount of time between Banban games, unless I'm missing something. Good job, Euphoric Brothers, you've come a long way. I have high hopes for this one. The first thing we see is the scepter being stolen. It's almost like we could have just grabbed it. We spawn in the Garten of Banban stoner room as it's just very foggy, and we get a service announcement thing. It's kind of cool. It reminds me a little bit about those VHS horror videos saying, oh, if you see someone who looks exactly like you, then hide. I don't remember. The announcement basically says that if we attempt to square up with Nab Nab, then it won't end well. So we gotta hide from Nab Nab, thank you for that. And if that doesn't work, either scream or call emergency services, which is this pink guy apparently. Wonder if we'll hear more from him soon. After watching that announcement, we get to claim our first keycard of the game. They have gotta be self-aware at this point. And sorry, where are we? I feel like the architects behind Banban's kindergarten had one mission when designing this place. Hey, let's see how many workplace health and safety violations we can create. Like, why are we on this big spinning lollipop covered in cockroaches that act as a bridge across this giant void? They also seem to be fans of giant rooms that only serves the purpose of one single puzzle. I mean, seriously, what are half of these rooms for? I feel like Banban is one of those games where if in 2042 at the end of Garten of Banban 700, we wake up and it was all just a dream. Dream theory genuinely feels like the only way any of this makes sense. We do a whole lot of regular Banban shenanigans, press buttons, use keycards, but then we stumble across the good old room of 1,000 hanging blue men. But suddenly, we get conked out.
Humans ever get easier to look at? The limitations of your bodies disgust me. Grab me the scissors. At this very moment, you might think of yourself as unlucky, but I am here to tell you that you're actually privileged. Privileged to be part of my operations. You'll die as part of something greater than yourself, not as some loser that nobody will remember. Those aren't the scissors. How many times?
This guy is the surgeon, aka Syringeon. He's the one that Banban told us to find at the end of the last game. And he's also the guy on the front cover, so he's pretty important. After waking back up, we are tasked with finding a way out. We find another keycard. You know the drill, keycard. And we set up a trap for the surgeon. So we use this opportunity to bargain with him. In exchange for him not hunting us, we'll get that thing off him. Afterwards, he says that he's a surgeon of his word and that he won't hurt us. Now, you will not believe what we find in this next room. It made me very upset. This motherfucker has the final piece of the scepter with him. Meaning that if 5 minutes ago we took the scepter with us, then we would have met up with Syringeon and found the missing piece, and this entire plot point could have been resolved. Oh, it still annoys me so much. It would have been much better to at least have Sir Dadadu steal the piece on screen as the ending. At least then there would have been an actual plot reason as to why we couldn't have taken it with us. You cannot look me in the eye and tell me that the main reason we couldn't take the scepter was because of this little guy. Kick him or something. Just take it with you. God, listen to me. I'm 20 years old talking about Sir Dadadus and Banbans and how their plot is suboptimal. 6 of these things in and I've lost my mind. Syringeon's big mega awesome plan is to capture Jumbo Josh, who again they only refer to as the Green Gorilla from here on out. No idea why. Was Jumbo Josh copyrighted and they only just found out? He wants to use the Green Gorilla's strength to fight off Sir Dadadu's army and to reclaim the scepter to its rightful owner. So Dadadu did steal the scepter, which you could have very easily taken with us. Finally, they attempt to improve the gameplay by giving us an upgraded drone remote, which allows us to control the drone in first person. A very good concept in theory, finally making it so you can control it without waiting for its long-ass cooldowns. And I appreciate that they've tried to change it up here. They could have very easily kept the same shtick going the entire time. Innovation's a good thing. Unfortunately though, this version of the drone has even more problems. It gets caught on everything, it's annoying to control, and if you hit something, it'll just teleport you back to a random position, and you have to wait for the animation to play out. It's kind of frustrating. But now with our new drone remote in hand, we set off to go find Jumbo Josh in Syringion City, or the city in Gion. Hands down, this is one of the coolest locations in Banban. It's just a giant underground city. It has lots of different citizens that speak different languages. It's cool. This game is also the first, I think, to introduce YouTuber cameos. We have a barkeeper voiced by Oh Yeah, Razbowski, and Fusion Z Gamer are here too. Hey Euphoric Brothers, if you're watching this and you need a free voice actor, I would trade my very existence, the fiber of my being, in order to have a role in a Banban game. Even if it's just 2 words, here's my audition. Raw, I'm Jumbo Josh. We get handed a crude drawing of Jumbo Josh, and he tells us to head on towards the bar and ask around. So we do just that. We meet up with Oh Yeah, and he takes a gander at the drawing. He says the boss will likely want to have a chat with us and tells us to head out the back, where we meet Sheriff Toadster. By golly, he's back. He's got a key card. He says that he couldn't save Bambolina and that he's trapped in his own worst nightmare, a world ruled by criminals and lawbreakers while the helpless heroes hide in fear. He calls Syringion's plan ridiculous and that it's impossible to pull it off without fake broccoli. Did I miss something? What's fake broccoli? He says that apparently someone in the apartment building claims to have information on the green gorilla. So he sends us to check on that lead and gives us the keycard. I quite like the setup for this game so far. I mean, sure, the whole scepter being stolen by Sir Dadadu was ridiculous and entirely preventable, but the giant underground city with these Javanium dudes really gives it a lot of character. And the whole objective being to track down the green gorilla. For once, it's not a goal solely focused on solving tedious puzzles in order to get one of 3 items, which makes it a lot better, in my opinion. So off we head to check out the witness in the apartment building, but it turns out it's just some Javanium dude who filed a noise complaint. Someone upstairs won't stop screaming. He says that he'll give us information regarding the green gorilla if we get the person upstairs to shut up. We head inside to confront the noisy neighbor, but he's pointing towards something. It's Evil Bittergiggle! Run! We run out the window and engage in an epic chase sequence, which was fairly clunky, but I actually thought it was good. The first time around, I thought he was right behind me. It was pretty tense. I say first time because I got a little too curious in checking out my surroundings and didn't pay attention to the giant gaps. We leap off a building in slow motion, and Sheriff Toadster says that he'll catch us. And by that he means that he will make you press E on him in a specific spot in order to make him catch us. And not his hand, mind you have to interact with his face. Why wouldn't it be his hand if we're reaching out to his hand? Sheriff Toadster saves us, and we run into a room to hide from the evil Bittergiggle. Toadster seems angry and just quite frankly dumbfounded. All he did was ask us to talk to a witness about Jumbo Josh. He puts us in timeout before Bittergiggle slams through the door and beats the shit out of Sheriff Toadster.
Calm down. I will have to take legal action.
Not legal action!
Get toasted!
Oh!
No!
Bittergiggle lays on the floor. He's back to normal, but the sheriff got him with a ninja throwing star. Bittergiggle's dying wish is to have the sheriff tell him a joke. His whole life, he's been the one telling jokes.
Why don't animals eat jesters? Because they taste funny.
I don't get it.
As funny as the fight scene was, Sheriff Toadster yelling, "Get toasted," I appreciate the attempt at making me feel something for these characters. Although it's weird considering up until this point, Toadster seemed to really dislike Bittergiggle. But hey, maybe they had a relationship before he went rogue, I don't know. So with that, we return back to the apartment to talk to the noise complaint guy. He doesn't give us any information, but instead gives us a key card. What about the information you said you had? You never once mentioned a key card. Did they forget that he promised us information instead of a key card? Thankfully, the game actually tells us where to head in order to use our new key card, which is a very appreciated inclusion because this city is massive. Call it yellow paint, but I like knowing what I need to do. Unfortunately, the condescending blistering orange hemorrhoid is here. Because why not? And we find another note from our child. I forgot that that's the overarching goal of Banban, quite frankly. There have been a couple scattered here and there across the game so far, but they haven't really had anything of major importance. Stinger Flynn says his usual Stinger Flynn stuff, but he does add that Sir Dadadoo is apparently unable to turn him into a naughty one, because he's too smart or something. That's basically Sir Dadadoo's end goal, I think, turning everyone in the kindergarten into an evil naughty one, who are mindless beings that listen to everything he says. Fair enough, evil man needs an evil army. And Stinger Flynn casually drops again that he's hidden the children somewhere. As in, our children? Hello? Curse our silent protagonist, never acknowledging this. He blames us again before putting us in another pointless trance. This time we're in a plane.
What's the plan now, Stinger?
I guess the same as always. We continue this forsaken journey to the beach.
We're in the middle of the air, so how exactly are we going to do that?
We're in the middle of the air. Oh, there's Spoon Guy.
Okay, sheesh, relax.
We're on a
It
plane.
was just a question.
I apologize. I'm just tired of all of this.
Tired of what?
Tired of everything. There is no point, Banban.
What?
I failed to locate a point in doing any of it. And I failed to locate an end in sight.
What's gotten into you? Why are you so negative all of a sudden?
Maybe it's time we abandon this plan. I mean, how did we end up flying over a sea of Gigania instead of an actual sea?
Okay, that's it. Maybe you should let the captain fly the plane if this is your mentality.
Yeah, if this is your mentality.
What are you doing?
Oh!
I am finished with your constant battling.
Oh no!
It's always a mistake to start a conversation with you.
Oh
Stay
shit!
back, we're gonna crash.
Oh, we got angry! A Pillarbird's woken up. Oh! Oh! Nap nap, get him! Oh, what are you doing? Did you just what the fuck? What the fuck is your problem?
You need to stop. Are you out of your non-existent?
Oh, it's so cinematic. Air fight scene. Oh, that's cool as fuck.
Okay, I take it back, the Stinger Flynn section's a peak. I still hate him, he looks like a fluorescent condom, but, you know, it's cool. We head inside the movie theater with amazing movie posters, and we're instructed to head into the only theater that isn't barricaded. The Trojan Tata. Is Opila Bird gonna make their grand reappearance? We push the Trojan bird into the theater and watch it tumble down with just a disproportionate amount of force. As a thank you for delivering the Trojan bird, a fellow movie enthusiast gives us a convenient Jumbo Josh tracker. Apparently a bounty hunter friend of his impaled the green gorilla with a tracker. Again, very convenient, but shh, it's time for the play to commence.
This is a story about a man named Jonathan with an S.
Cool.
A man so dedicated to
Grab some
uniting
popcorn,
two
everybody.
star-crossed loverbirds, he was willing to give up everything to see it happen. This is the story of Jonathan with an S. Hey,
Hey, Jonathan!
Hey!
I have a gift for you. You're going to like it, but you have to promise me to take it as far away from here as you possibly can before you open it.
I love gifts, but can you please give me a hint as to what's inside?
I can't. It wouldn't be a surprise if I do that.
Oh.
I have a gift for you. You're going to like it, but you
Are they
have to
looping?
promise me to take it as far away from here as you possibly can
Did you not already say
before
that?
you open it. Wait, did I already say that line?
Yeah, you did.
What was that? If this is another one of your tricks, Jonathan, I'll have you arrested.
Box of bees. He's full of
It
bees.
is indeed one of my tricks.
Back up a bit. I don't trust it. He's gonna jump
You
forward.
and everyone else will pay for what you've done to
Oh.
the poor birds of the town.
Oh no.
Run!
Run! Should I be running too? Probably. Oh. Is that Orphan Bird? Oh no, is that that's just a Pillar Bird. A Pillar Bird! My favorite Banban character other than Joe. Oh, both birds. Both birds. Okay.
We outrun the birds with next to no trouble, and head forth to find our beloved Jumbo pal with our newly obtained tracker bracelet thing. After a while of searching, the tracker begins beeping rapidly outside of this tools mart. And then, this really shocked me, we have what might be the first door/gate in Garten of Banban to not need a keycard to pass through. And they don't even mention it. This is like a bombshell. We head around the back alley and we find a classroom with evil and fucked up Banbalina. For this section, the main puzzle consists of matching the colored blob with eyes to their designated accessory. Like this blue guy with 3 eyes is Nab Nab, so we would pick the grey party hat. The tie for the grey blob because that's Sir Dadadoo, 2 party hats for Banban, and so on. We get a keycard as a reward, and here comes Syringeon. He says that he'll stand guard at the door while we go investigate. Inside the building, we have some memory recognition game, which then leads on to what is, in my opinion, probably one of the more scarier segments in Banban. We have to outrun this weird Givanium baby in the pitch black while trying to press buttons with our drone. They found a way to actually make the drone pressing minigames not mind-numbingly tedious. It's good. And they gave us an actual threat to deal with. It feels like the last time they did that was Banban 1 with Opila Bird. We have some more puzzles that utilize the new drone mechanic, us flying to an inaccessible area with the drone to find a code we have to enter, before heading up onto the roof where we find a bit of Jumbo Josh juice on the floor. Thankfully, Syringeon reckons that he can use this to lure Jumbo Josh to wherever we want. He also casually drops that he fucking created Jumbo Josh, or at least had a part in it. In case it wasn't extremely obvious at this point, Banban's kindergarten is clearly a front for some sort of experimentation facility or something, with this weird Givanium substance. I mean, it's revealed that Banban's real name is Uthman, and in the first game, we find a boarding pass for none other than Uthman. I think some of them are real people being turned into these creatures, and then some are just born as creatures. I don't know. Syringeon modifies the Jumbo Jizz and laces the final scepter piece with it. Because he has the final scepter piece, just remember that.
You were always a smooth talker, Syringeon, but it's not going to work on me. I know you have a trap set up somewhere. You don't think I know you and all of your tricks?
Dude, you're gonna get bashed by Jumbo Josh.
You know what? Whatever the trap may be, my army will take care of you anyway.
Wow, this could have been prevented.
I knew it. Givanium will be spelled. Any last words before I command my army to devour you?
Get in the box! Yeah, lad. You and your army are about to get knackered.
Oh! Oh my god. Oh! Oh my god. Whoa, whoa, what is happening? Get him! Whoa! Oh! Get him! Oh! Get him! Get him! Oh! Get him! Get him, Josh! Oh, dude, he's actually wrecking all of them. Dude, oh my god, he owns. Oh, yep.
Maybe we can negotiate something.
Oh. Oh, get him! I'm so proud of you. Uh-oh.
No, don't eat it!
Are we Are we for fucking real? Josh beats the shit out of Sir Dadadoo's army, and then he eats the scepter. I love this guy. We're knocked out and wake back up with Syringeon, but there's something off about the Banban mural on the wall, and it's a blue Banban.
Never play with the devil. Doctor's orders.
That was actually a fairly decent cliffhanger. I wouldn't call it some horror masterpiece or the most fun game in the world, it certainly has its problems. But while some of the other Banbans did my head in, I gotta admit I kind of enjoyed this one for the most part. And the cliffhanger is fairly interesting, with a new secret Banban lookalike, which I'm sure will be thoroughly explained during... I'm just kidding, before that we actually need to go back in time. Yes, that is right, they have Garten of Banban Origins, Garten of Banban Babies, where they're all little baby Banbans for some reason. Banban 0 released on the 22nd of February 2025, which That's a pretty big gap in between release dates. Where did they go for so long? I mean, they were probably developing 8 at the same time, maybe, I don't know. Anyways, as you may notice, Garten of Banban 0 is completely free of charge, which my wallet appreciates. Although funny enough, the 2 free Banban games of the series are the worst rated on Steam, which is kind of strange. You'd think people would be more upset when they're paying money for it, but whatever. We awake inside of a locked room with a big monitor that has 2 buttons either side, a thumbs up and a thumbs down, and we gotta answer some yes or no questions. It's mostly questions that ask if we remember our identity and where we are, or if we're feeling strange. But then suddenly, a voice sounds from the door, telling us to go to the back of the room away from the door and put our hands where they can be seen.
Stay at the back of the room, away from the door. And of course, hands where I can see them. I'm not gonna repeat myself. The new ones are always easy to trick. Hey there, I'm 6, your neighbor. Suppose I can say, hello neighbor.
Oh, it's Baby Banban. He introduces himself as 6. This must be before he was named Banban. Baby Ban gives us a keycard ring that we get to put our keycards on. There's even a little collectible system set up for this game that replaces the drone hats we would find in the previous entries. Around the map we can find little key rings to put in our keycard ring to add a little decorative flair. We follow Baby Banban out into the communal area and we meet Baby Banbalina. And the dialogue here is... I'm just gonna let you listen.
Not now. I'm busy.
You don't even care to look at him?
That's the guy? As if one of you wasn't enough.
I volunteered to show him around and even taught him how to use the car scanner.
It was pretty intuitive, to be fair.
Exactly what a good leader does.
Leader? Uh-huh.
Yes, leader.
We're tasked with making some friends, which means doing a bunch of tasks and puzzles for people and Javanium blobs alike.
I've sailed the 7 seas for this treasure! And still, you're not getting any of it. Mine!
Did you kill him?
Are you okay? Hello? What have I done?
You killed him! You're a monster!
Greed will be the end of all of us! The treasure is all yours, new guy. I don't want any of it.
Minus 1 million aura. Never prank the prankster.
What the fuck, man? Sometimes I feel bad for taking the piss out of Banban, but like, he did not just save negative 1 million aura. Then Banban gets jealous because we made friends and he can't, even though he's the one who told us to make friends. It's not my fault you're so unlikable. So to get revenge, he challenges us to a game of hide and seek. That'll show him. Something I do want to quickly mention though is that the design of this general hub area, having it lead up infinitely into the void, it just goes on and all these random shape color tunnels. I don't know why I like it so much. It looks cool. Anyways, we play hide and seek at Banban's request. I'm not explaining what hide and seek is. We find them all easy peasy because they suck at hide and seek. So now it's our turn to hide and Banban says he knows the best spot. But before that, Syringion bursts in.
Results are out. You're being replaced. We have to do something. And I might just know what exactly. I'll come by later and tell you everything. We won't get another chance, so it must be done tonight, or else they'll notice what I've altered.
Right. Banban says that's enough tomfoolery for one day and tells us to get some rest. But then he wakes us up in the middle of the night anyways, so sure. I'm so fucking sick of saying Banban. Banban tells us to follow him. He's got something cool to show us. He does that typical horror game flashlight walk where for some reason it's impossible for them to hold the flashlight still, and they just attach it to the model and have them play their regular walk animation. Hey, it works, I guess. Oh no, Banban says he lost his keycard on the way over. But it's too dark, so there's only one way we can find him, with this guy. It's Truffletoot. Truffletoot essentially acts as a new flashlight that takes up half of our screen, because it wouldn't be Banban if there wasn't a giant inconvenience in an essential game mechanic. We use Truffletoot's light to find the keycard and use it to open the giant door, because that's what keycards are for. I'm just gonna level with you here. Nothing really of importance happens mostly, so I'm just gonna breeze through it. Banban wants us to open big door, but oh no, big door needs 4 buttons pressed at the same time to open door. But there's only 4 people present. Oh, but Truffletooth isn't heavy enough, so we gotta go find a new friend. So we go and find this fucking guy. Bittergiggle is strapped to the bed with some poison gas or something coming into the room, and we get trapped inside with him. We have to do this tedious, nonsensical puzzle that is so stupid that I'm not even going to dignify it with a proper explanation. Play it for yourself. It's free on Steam. Fine, I'll do my job. Basically, we have to line up this spinning line with the other stationary line. And when we do that, it'll move on to the next TV, where you have to do the same thing again. You get 5 screw-ups until you fail the puzzle. You must do this on every TV screen in the room. There's a lot of them. I know that sounds so simple. And it should be. It is a very simple timing minigame. But that's the thing, the timing doesn't work. You can line it up perfectly, and you will still fail. And then, when you fail, this happens.
No, that's too many mistakes. You've doomed us all.
Because in my mind, my timing was fine. I was doing it well, but it wasn't working the way it was meant to. Half an hour later, we save Bittergiggle, find a baby kittysaurus, find a baby kittysaurus, and off we go back to the giant door. With new friend in hand, Nab Nab gives us an awkward hug. We stand on the buttons and the door opens. Oh, he saved me! Oh shit. Damn. Dude, Nab Nab saved us. Well, I know he doesn't die because he shows up. Oh yeah, let's go up.
We have to find her before she becomes raw steak for dinner.
I'm gonna crucify you! We head back out to the main area, and the dragon snake goat thing slithers down from above, and he eats our friends. No! Glad you're not dead. Whoa! Oh, they splat. What the fuck is happening? Banban is upset. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Everything he plans just gets ruined. We need to split up. Oh, sorry, there's no time not to split up, I guess. Predictably, the monster comes back and chases us. Eek, we're cornered. But then Banban jumps in to save us. Oh, evil Banban saved us? Or is it just normal Banban? I didn't see him in my hand. Oh, what the fuck? Whoa, we got a fucking action cutscene. What? Is this Super Banban? Get him! I'm just speechless. Banban has defeated the scary monster once and for all. God, this entire game's events were just so entirely preventable. All that had to happen was Banban not let the giant death monster out. But once the dust settles, Banban asks if we're in the mood for another round of hide and seek. He says that 17 will be the seeker, and to follow him. He'll show us the best hiding spot he knows. He takes us to a closet and tells us to get inside. He says that after all that happened today, no one will come out here looking for us, making it truly one of the best hiding spots. We're told to hide and to not make a peep. He'll come find us eventually. Now, as much as I just did not fucking like this game, the ending was fairly solid. It actually set up the next game quite well. If it just jumped from 7 to 8, it would be a mess. Honestly, I don't have much to say about Banban Zero. It was tedious, very frustrating at times, but it's free. Can't complain that much. Anyways, you know the drill. We are up to the final game. Thank fuck. Okay, before we get into the final chapter, I wasn't originally gonna mention this, but after playing it, Jesus Christ, do I need to. You know how like nearly 2 hours ago at this point I mentioned that there are a bunch of different ports for the first Banban game? Well, that includes mobile ports. I wanted to get some footage to include during the port section earlier of the mobile version, but after seeing this as the home screen, yeah, it needs its own segment. I am recording this mere hours before going to get my wisdom teeth out, but I figured this was important. Not only is the main menu absolutely littered with ads, including Pride Month Jumbo Josh, it also tells you to subscribe to the Euphoric Brothers YouTube channel upon opening the app. Every time. You can also watch ads to get awesome rewards, all that bullshit. Now, the game itself is absolutely abysmal. I don't understand how the same device that can run Resident Evil also struggles with Garten of Banban. Oh wait, I know. Poor optimization. This port is an absolute mess of buggy lighting, low quality textures, and actually looking around, to play the game is incredibly difficult. The controls barely work half the time. You have to spam a button to even get it to work. And the cherry on top is that when you die, you need to watch an ad to keep playing. I'm not kidding, you do in fact need to watch an ad. And the best part is that you respawn before you can even close the ad. So it is entirely possible to die again before you even finish the ad. This is the worst mobile port of a game I've ever seen. The Roblox version of Garten of Banban on mobile runs better. Sorry, I just really needed to include that before the grand send-off to Banban. Please enjoy. Banban 8, the final game in the series. For now, that is. The reviews for this game are actually some of the more positive for the Garten of Banban franchise. Some people praising the improvements while others remain unswayed. But I suppose there's only one way to find out which is true, huh? Banban 8 kicks off with us trapped in jail. There are these Javanium dudes from earlier who are also guards now. We're told to go take our photo taken in what might be the most reflective room ever. Did he pee on the floor? And now, because we're in jail, we have to work. So we head out into the courtyard to mine these giant rocks, and Stinger Flynn's here. He looks like a Funko Pop. He does the usual blaming us for everything and summing up current events. Apparently, the surgeon runs everything now, because if you remember at the end of 7, which this game takes place directly right after, we find out that there is a secret evil blue Banban on the wall. And upon discovering that, Syringeon knocks us out and then throws us in prison. I'm mentioning this now because it will soon become relevant. After a long, tiring day of work, we head on in to hand in our work slip, and we find the birds in jail. How is this not the first time they have been in jail in this series? Anyways, as we're on our way back to our room, we get ominously summoned to meet up with Sir Dadadoo. By golly, and Jumbo Josh is dead on the floor behind him. How did they get him in here? There's no door big enough for him to go in and out. Did they build the room around him? He says that we remind him of himself. Sorry, I wasn't aware we also had a bow tie stapled to our chin. Seriously, why is it stapled to his chin? Sir Dadadoo proposes that we work together to break out of the prison, which we agree to. The plan will commence shortly, and we're told to head back to bed. But upon waking up, an angel has visited us in our sleep. Kidding, it's the slimy toad dick. Everyone say hi, Mr. Slimy Toad Dick. Rats! As it turns out, he is the new warden, and he's caught wind of our plan. So he's gonna execute us, apparently. Turns out our friend, the Javanium dude who was in on the plan, sold us out for a singular strawberry lollipop. Cheers. Once again, we get blamed for everything, and he f***ing kills the blue dude. But then, as we're stood there waiting to be executed. Oh shit! Shit! What is happening?
Get in the back!
Oh,
now.
okay. 8-Bit Ryan crashes through the wall with a truck. How did they get this underground? Are they capable of reproducing military assets this deep down in the kindergarten?
Landmines ahead!
Oh no, please don't be loud.
Mayday! We've fallen off the bridge!
We get knocked out and we wake up in the place where we were 5 minutes ago, in Banban 0. Now, in case it wasn't obvious, throughout the events of Banban 0, we do not play as the parent looking for their lost child, but rather whoever is left hiding inside of this closet, waiting to be found. It's Flumbo, aka Blue Banban, the anti-devil. Shadow the Hedgehog. He is also the main character in Banban 0, Lore Drop. Flumbo asks who we are. We're not the Seeker. Eek! Flumbo hears someone coming and tells us to hide, so we hide under the table and watch.
Hey, it's been a while.
Why are we standing up? What if didn't evil Banban try to...
Whoa, what are you doing here?
I thought you were evil. I don't remember.
I'm glad to see you're okay.
Thanks, man.
At least I know what happened to me wasn't in vain.
What happened to you? You are...
Last I remember, you and I were almost caught by the naughty ones.
Is that what happened?
And then I was attacked.
You are f***ed up, man.
And after,
That's kind of cool.
I just woke up in a hospital bed.
Right.
Apparently the surgeon runs things now. Since when?
Shrugs.
Whatever. I'll need to talk more with him. I'm here to pick up an old friend of mine that the surgeon says we need. He seemed to know what he's doing, so I volunteered. You should come with us. We'll be safe
Ooh,
back in his
animation.
office. Do you mind getting that other door for me? I'm in pretty bad shape.
You mean just this? Come on, Flumbo. You are one creepy son of a bitch.
Told you, close the door.
Yeah, and I told you, shut up,
It's
mate.
time to go, old friend. If I had known you were here this entire time, I would have come down sooner.
Has he spent his entire life in here? That's fucked up.
6? It's really you.
You didn't realize that?
6? What do you mean?
Oh, you senile.
Now is not the time for joke 6. Hide and seek is no laughing matter. Are you gonna tell 17 about my location? You'd be cheating if you do.
Wow, that closet must have really messed your head up.
Yeah, because you left him in a closet his whole life, dumbass.
You showed me this hiding spot, remember? You told me to wait in here.
Oh, it's your fault.
What? No, you've gone missing and now we found you. We need to
Take
go somewhere
accountability, Banban. So yeah, Flumbo has just been locked in this closet for his entire life. And Banban won't even take accountability. Shameless. I actually don't mind Flumbo's design. I mean, as far as Garten of Banban designs go, he's still just a slightly deformed dude that is all veiny and one color. The sun-shaped beard thing is neat though. We then get another train scene. I thought we retired these.
else. Up with the surgeon to fight Sir Dadadu using Josh. Sounds like something straight out of a dream.
It happened.
Did that really happen?
Yeah,
Or even on
no
both of them
biggie.
now?
I kinda did
I've never
that.
had so many questions that needed answering before.
I kinda did that.
The sooner we arrive at our station, the sooner I can get my answers.
Oh, wait, what's happening? I was all tapped. What happened?
Why'd the train stop?
Ooh, that's a cool sprite.
Attention, all beautiful
I like that, actually. That's cool.
of my facility. A dangerous human has recently escaped containment. We are offering a bounty of 10 lollipops for their apprehension.
I don't know who that would be.
Dead or alive. They will claim to be in search of their child. Do not fall for their plea.
Mate, that wasn't me.
They are liars. The new
Flumbo doesn't even know what a human is. He's fine. Oh, no mushroom! Wait, Toadstar, mushroom. I don't know the others.
Have a fantastic day, Father out.
That sounds an awful lot like you.
Nah, mate, it's a coinky dink.
lie.
Banban says that we can use the surgeon's secret equipment to locate our child without him ever knowing. I keep forgetting that's what we're in the kindergarten for. It's evolved, or devolved, depending on how you look at it. So far past that point, we're now dealing with evil surgeons or something. Maybe I'm just getting too old for this. I'm not cut out for Banban. Banban pulls a keycard out of his ass, literally, and off we go. Okay, bye-bye. I can't. Bye! I like Flumbo. Who's cool? Now here is where Garten of Banban does the unthinkable. Over an hour and a half into this video, you know a lot about Banban by this point. I've learnt a lot more about Banban at this point, and something that we both know is that Banban loves the drone mechanic. It's been in basically every entry. They got rid of the drone. I'm not kidding. They replaced it with a new mechanic. Do you understand the implications here? A new core gameplay mechanic that's good. Finally, 8 games in, they reinvented the wheel with this thing, the remote. A new remote, but I'll take it. Basically, we'll find these monitor things around the map, which we can then use to give our remote a certain color. So if our remote is set to red, then we can open red doors or interact with things that require red and so on. However, if we already have red and we try to add blue, they'll mix and give us purple, which allows us to access purple things. Not the hollow kind. And while it doesn't completely replace keycards, I think it is a very good step towards actually giving it some variety. Because so far, literally everything has been locked behind a different colored keycard with absolutely no variety. The environments in this game are actually pretty neat too. While still not scary, I get what they're going for. It gives off the whole abandoned hospital vibe rather than just random bright neon colored walls. Now listen, we are very far into this video, and I'm not gonna go through each of these puzzles one by one, but the addition of the new remote opens the doors for so many new puzzle types, which they actually take advantage of. Now, the reason I'm not gonna show all of these puzzles, not because I'm lazy, it's because I accidentally stopped recording for half the game. There are still certainly a fair share of puzzles throughout Banban 8 that get very repetitive, but that's just Banban for you. Like this one here, where for some reason this guy has a big fat crush on Nabnalina, and he wants to recreate create her, but can't get the formula quite right, I think. So we gotta step on these giant buttons in the correct order, which for some reason helps him clone Nabnalina? What are you doing?
Hello? Can you hear me, Nabnalina?
Oh.
You don't look like her.
Papa?
Just... can you say anything else?
Papa?
A giant monster then grabs the Javanium doctor guy, so we try to save him with our colored remote. This part actually wasn't that bad, as we do loops we have to zap the beast with different colors until eventually we kill him. Next we make our way into this giant castle where we find Flumbo. He's tied up. This guy is basically a giant blue baby. We took our eyes off him for 1 second. Flumbo is sad that his hiding spot was found, even though he was told it was the best one. Gulp.
Repurposing is absolutely necessary. The facilities
Wait,
used
is he
for him
talking to
disappeared
Banban?
the moment
He said
he
Uthman.
vanished.
He is.
Oh, would you look at that? What do we have here?
Hey.
Sit back down on the bed, buddy.
Are you a traitor?
But why? I don't understand what's going on.
We were going to explain to you the new rules of the game.
Lying! You were the Seekers all along, and now you want me to lose the game!
What?
I'm not gonna lose, and there's one thing you need to know about me. I
Right.
don't lose. I vanish.
What? What? Flumbo grabs us and jumps into the void with us. What did we do? And we fall into the mouth of the giant teal-colored spoon thing that we keep seeing pop up everywhere. I mean, hey, at least we finally get to learn more about these guys, I guess. Now, this next part is quite strange. I don't know how the Euphoric Brothers came up with this shit. Inside of the giant Javanium monster is a village that Javanium people live in. There's huts, bridges, they've even discovered fire. As soon as we awake, we're told that the Elder wants to speak with us. He says that if we want to get out of here, that's going to be a little bit tricky because the village people, they're quite upset and angry with our friend. Flumbo, he's talking about Flumbo. Yeah, he's locked in a cage. He says that in order to free Flumbo, we have to get the votes of the ministers. There are 3 in total, and essentially we just need to do free labor for them and they'll agree to let him go. These mostly consist of random odd jobs like helping the Javanium dude pick out his outfit for when he confesses his love to the other Javanium person, helping another Javanium dude fish, and also collecting stray bits of gum, aka cooking ingredients for this other Javanium dude. In return, each of the village ministers will give us their seal of approval, which means that they want to see Flumbo freed. Too bad they all just lied to our face and they actually voted against us. We did all of that work, and it was just 10 minutes down the drain. Curse you teal people. It turns out the real reason they're so angry with Flumbo is because the village people think that Flumbo caused their neighboring village to burn down. The village elder says that the only way to free him now is to definitively prove that Flumbo was not behind the fires. So we go investigate the abandoned village. It's dark. I mean, that makes sense. We are inside the stomach of a thing. Apparently its name is Zolphius, according to the wiki. I don't know what it is, really. I just think it's a big spoon. We then run into another Banban boss. It's this guy, Varza. He's the one behind the fires, the true culprit. This boss fight was annoying, but definitely one of the better ones, especially compared to the first. It took me a while and I died a lot, but for the ones with keen eyes, you may notice something different. It's an actual death screen, holy shit! Up until now, for the last 7 games, Jesus Christ. The death screens have just been these random letters. Quite frankly, I don't know what made them stick to that for so long, but these death screens are a very welcome addition, telling you how you died and how to avoid dying in the future. Anyways, Varza here breathes fire, if you couldn't tell. And as you can imagine, breathing fire would make you get fairly thirsty. So of course he needs some water to cool down. Where else would he get it other than these little water lumps? Whatever they are, they contain water and we have to electrify them so that when he goes to drink it, he will get all sorts of fucked up. Do this a few times and he will be defeated. The Elder frees Flumbo and gives a grand speech. As it turns out, it was Garten of Flumbo all along. Banban robbed Flumbo of his true purpose by locking him away in that cupboard for all those years. Understandably, Flumbo says he needs some time to process this, so we head on back inside to the guest house to get some rest. Oh, for fuck's sake, how How is he here? We are inside the belly of the beast, literally, and Stinger Flynn still shows up. Maybe it's like that scene in The Boys where Butcher realizes that he's just been hallucinating this dude for the entire season. Because how else does Stinger Flynn show up all these times? I'm not even going to go into detail about what he says here because it's just a repeat of everything he says when he shows up. And then he puts us into a trance and we watch the opening of Skyrim play out, but with Banban characters.
If only you paid your taxes, Captain, we wouldn't be in this dilemma.
No. But when it's our turn to get executed.
Oh, I think you missed his head.
Lucky.
The giant dragon wyvern Mr. Beast thing from the Banban Zero flies down from the sky and the scene ends. We wake up and the village is on fire. No! Apparently the creature that caused the fire that we killed is not killed and he's very much still alive. The village people build a giant ladder for us to escape, ultimately sacrificing themselves to save us. How noble. He pulls a tape out of his ass and he instructs us to shout to Banban when the time is right. We'll know when. And up we climb. Bye-bye. Afterwards, Flumbo is still coming to terms with what he was told. Who locked him in that closet for so long, he wonders. Do you not know? You should know. Syringion makes another announcement, declaring that our bounty has been raised to 12 lollipops. And he's also aware of the other blue fugitive. He declares that he has Banbalina hostage, so of course, we gotta go to him because, Flumbo loves Banbalina or something. We do some more puzzles before running into what might be actually one of the scariest encounters yet. Oh. That wasn't me, kiddo. Oh my.
Where are you?
What? What is your deal? What the fuck? Oh, that's been cool. Okay. This is Miss Mimica, and as you can probably guess, she mimics voices. We run away while we hear all of our friends, acquaintances, people we've met, their voices coming from behind us. Honestly, it might be the best chasing sequence in Banban, and Miss Mimic is one of the better characters by far. Too bad she dies almost right away. For fuck's sake, kill off one of the stupid characters if you have to. Like Banban, just kill Banban. Keep the cool ones around. We then have to solve some puzzles while avoiding these lobster creatures that are here. They follow you everywhere and massively hinder you, but they're funny. Flumbo realizes that it was indeed Banban all along who took his place, his dear friend. Do something.
I knew you
They've
wouldn't
hung
be
her.
able to hold back.
7! I'm getting you out of there! I know everything now!
Oh, reveal.
I was going to replace you, 6, and so you locked me away where no one could find me!
Gasp.
And how exactly are you going to save the world with this information? With the press of a button, I'll make you never see 7 again. Just give yourself up, Flumbo. To be blunt, we need parts of you.
Oh.
And only then, maybe
want to
I'll
fix
let
Banban?
7 go. If she isn't also needed, of course.
Just do as he says, Flumbo. It's what's best for everyone.
That's fucked. Poor Flumbo.
Never! You've both already taken enough from me!
Well, you're already here. I might as well just go ahead and do it.
Do what?
7! No!
Banbalina!
A projector? Play the thing that the Elder gave you!
What? Okay. There's just a projector here, sure.
Turn that off!
Wait, why?
Oh.
Let's watch it.
What is it? I don't know what's happening.
It's fake!
You're the reason I'm like this? Why would you do that?
At the time, you were just another random case to me. I didn't know you'd become my favorite experiment. But we can try to reverse it.
Favorite experiment?
Oh!
I knew this would happen one day. Of all my creations, you were the most fascinating.
Oh! That's kind of cool. That's sick.
It's a shame I won't see the final.
That's sick as hell.
stage.
Who the fuck is... Who the fuck was that? There's someone else over there.
There's one thing you need to know about me, Six.
7.
I'm not the perfect version of you that they wanted me to be. And you're not as imperfect as they want you to think. I'm just better at controlling my anger.
Stand next to the projector. Okay. Oh!
It's about to get messy.
What? Why are they big and buff now? Go, Flumbo! Go, Flumbo, go! Go, Flumbo, get him! Knock his shit! Get him, Flumbo! So they can both go big and buff. Get rid of that fraud, Flumbo! Oh shit! Flumbo, no! Flumbo! Flumbo. That was kinda cool, I can't lie. Especially when Banban killed Syringeon, the whole turning everything white was actually quite impressive, with the blue pig cow thing from earlier seen hiding far off. The lore! With Flumbo and Banban both presumably dead, we are told to exit the bay, where we are introduced to a new foe, or friend. We don't know yet. And that, my friends, is Garten of Banban 8. Garten of Banban 8 was the best one. They've certainly improved, even if it has been really slow. The environments were so much better this time, and the removal of the drone was so fucking good and long overdue. Flumbo as a character is quite interesting to me as well, having the main character of the whole franchise actually be a fraud. It's cool. But fear not, my Banban loving best friends, that is not the end of the Garten. The next entry in the Banban series is called Last Ticket to the Abyss. It's not out yet, so there's not too much to say about it, and there's also a proper VR Banban game that just got announced, which looks pretty good. I think I'm really conflicted on Banban because as a series, it is slop. It is undeniably slop. I've played them all and I can say that, but admittedly, after spending so much time playing through these games, they've kind of grown on me in some weird up way. I've trauma bonded with Garten of Banban. I even bought a Banban U2s for God's sake. I thought it was funny. They aren't good games by any means of the word. Call it a classic case of sunk cost fallacy, and majority of the gameplay is absolute garbage. I can't defend that. There are times where I think the criticism was very valid. I think people should be able to refund the games if they didn't feel like they got their money's worth, especially when it is just a 2-hour walking simulator with repeated puzzles and no replay value. I understand being frustrated at buying Banban 2 and having it be the worst game you've ever played and spent money on. That's how I felt. But if a game isn't for you, then you don't have to play it. You can be upset from a distance, but no one is making you return for Garten of Banban 745. Something I will say though is I think I've come out of this with a certain level of respect for these guys. I don't know if that's the right word. I don't think they've handled every bit of criticism in the best way, but them being able to push on through the waves and waves of endless hate they received on a day-to-day basis is honestly commendable. There's also the fact that they could have just kept producing slop of the same level with each new entry. I mean, the fan base would have lapped it up all the same, especially those on the younger side. But no, they actually made slow improvements with each new entry. But for all its shortcomings, I've come out of this video having learnt something. Maybe Banban was the friends we made along the way. Thank you all for watching and have a lovely day.